built this house on 30 Mary Street, downtown Charlton, in 1885. He was 41 years old when he built this. And by then he was a pretty accomplished contractor. And he lived in it. He was a living resident. He had an extended family of about this time, and as many as 10 people lived with him in that house. It's a big house, you can see that. Mainly his wife, his sisters, brothers, and nieces and nephews, and the servant. And the census records of back in those times, I could give you the names of all of them, didn't think I was important. Piling people in a house during that time in Charleston was pretty common. There were a lot of people, and it also contributed to tuberculosis, people being close. In fact, his niece, who lived with him, contracted tuberculosis and died. No other people, I think, in the family contracted that disease. But the house still stands, elegant house, 3 stories. And this was actually taken in 1885, but it was brand new. They originally had, down on the bottom was, at one time, was a bakery. And I think it was closed over in concrete later on in life. This is it today. And it's still in very good repair. It went through a period of awful repair. And in fact, restored it in the 1990s, and it's now developed into nice condominiums, about 4 or 5 of them in there. I've never been able to see the inside. I want to go in there, but they seem to be private. They don't care that I'm a relative. But it had a building in the back, an outbuilding with a kitchen. You know, the kitchen weren't in the house that day because of the danger of fire and everything. This is me at the remnants of his house that he built on the island. I didn't even know this house existed, but it's just Seaward the Barber's house. And it was only a chimney and a cistern.
Yeah.
That's all that's left of the house now. He commonly used red bricks from Mount Pleasant. Finally, you got them?
I got them.
But oddly enough, I don't think these are the same bricks. They may be discolored from 100 years of weathering and stuff, but I don't think these are the red bricks. But he commonly used those in his buildings. And his father, oddly enough, was in the census of 1812, was a brick burner in Christchurch Parish, which is now East Cook. And I believe they mine and fabricate red bricks over there in what is now the backside of Brickyard Plantation.
Right. That is exactly where these bricks are. And they're all different colors. Earthenware, terracotta.
Yeah.
They've all been fired to different colors too.
It was
fascinating.
Let's see, where are we? The house was taken by a hurricane. I'm going to go out on a limb here and predict a little bit about the hurricane. I suspect in 1916. Does that conflict with y'all's records? I think it was taken in 1916, probably by what is now a Category 2 storm. I looked it up, all the storms that hit the South Carolina coast, and it was described as a big storm that hit east of Charleston, so that matches. But I would love to find a picture of that house as when it's standing. I have no